everybody, Fantasticairy here with another video this week. I filled another sketchbook page and I'll be sharing with you the process of me painting this tiny little forest scene. As I started with the sky, I also blocked in the green at the bottom for the grass and then adding in the tops of the trees. This painting ended up being a little bit more conceptual looking and technique based with the watercolor wet on wet technique. This painting also had little flowers at the bottom and growing in the grass. So I added in some red. I mixed my red with the white as well as some purple, creating this little scene as it went. Very conceptual looking again. Before I added in the tree trunks here, I should have put a little bit of a green base at the bottom, or maybe a yellow, but that's okay. It's a very small painting to begin with, so getting in those tiny details already in a small painting is a little tricky. So I did have to take my time with this, let it dry, and then come back to it after. But I was okay with the brown blending in with the green. I wanted to stick with the technique of wet on wet. I always have to remind myself too, after the paint dries, it does look different after. So I always have to trust the process and be patient with the painting. Adding in my yellows. Again, I should have done this earlier and then went over with the brown after it was dry, but I decided to just go with it. The scene was like a sunny, foresty scene, and today marks the first day of spring. As you can tell from my paintings, I can't wait for more greener scenery and warmer weather. I'm definitely excited for summer. Then I take my smaller paintbrushes. This is the round number 1. I also use my round 0.5 as well as a stipple brush. I'm not even sure what it's called, but I'll show you in a bit. Adding in some grass closer to the foreground just to create that perspective. The red kind of ended up bleeding out a little bit more than I wanted it to do. It's kind of conceptual color with flowers, not necessarily detailed flowers, but then I add the little dots just to create more of that look. It was really fun. This painting, it almost reminds me of birthday cake. I'm not sure why, it's definitely the colors, but it's a very happy painting. Just going back in and making sure that I get all the darker spots of this painting, defining the tree trunks a little bit more, adding a little bit more contrast, making sure the ground doesn't blend too much. I think the saturation levels could have been watered down for the background part of this painting and maybe possibly the midground, but again when it dries a little bit more faded. This is the stipple brush I was talking about. I'm going to call it a stipple brush because I don't know what else to call it. And I decided to just kind of dot in tiny little flecks. I probably shouldn't have done so much, but in the end it kind of creates a feel of like tiny little leaves in the tree trunks. Taking my 0.05 brush, just adding in smaller little strokes of grass in the foreground, a little bit darker to add some more contrast. At this point, I'm going to let you guys enjoy the final reveal, and then I'll see you at the end. And we made it to the end. I'm very happy with this page overall. I feel like the green is a little saturated, but I'm not used to that really bright green in my palettes. I've been trying to incorporate it more lately with this forest scene and previous paintings. But overall, I'm pretty happy with this. And I'm also happy with the tiny little forest scene that I painted for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I think my favorite would be the top right corner of the kind of washed out forest scene at the top right, and then next to it, the bark on the tree. This page I played with a lot of wet on wet technique and different brushstroke techniques, and overall I'm happy to move on and I'm excited for spring. Today marks the first day and I'm excited for warmer weather. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more. Every Friday I upload videos, as well as I have an imprint shop if you're interested in purchasing any prints or stickers. Links in the description below. There you will also find my social media. Okay guys, I will see you next week. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.